podcast day.
Yay! Best day of the month and week. And
What up, Brandy?
hello.
How you doing?
I'm great.
It's podcast day number 15.
Yes.
We are, 15 point a few because we've recorded some that actually didn't record.
And we skipped a number that he doesn't like.
But Tim Schaus, TLS Entertainment, your premier DJ, Brandy Harlan, your non-retired wedding planner. She's going to come out of retirement. She just doesn't know it yet. You're slowly coming out, but...
Slowly, yes. I'm a bridesmaid and a planner for a wedding in October for a really great friend, and there's only one other wedding that I said I'd plan, so...
True that.
He knows who that is.
The Scoop, Weddings Unveiled. Again, podcast number 15. So happy to be here. We've got some fun things to talk about today.
Yeah.
But first, let's talk about this past weekend's events or weddings. Did you have any?
Yes. We were busy Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So Thursday we had a corporate event.
Okay.
Friday we had a whole first floor museum event. So Adam and I were both there all night. And there's some things that we're going to talk about that you shouldn't do. And then Saturday I was there as well. And then Adam had a birthday party Saturday. And then we also had a wedding on Sunday. So it was like a 5-course serving it up kind of weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I will say in regards to when you're planning, don't make your mama out there planning and doing like literally loved this mother and her aunties and her sisters were out there helping and putting everything together and decorating. But at the end of the night, they were just so wiped. My heart broke for them.
Oh, I'm sure.
They were just, when I went to go say, so what do we want to, and the auntie looked at me and she goes, why don't you go ask the bride and groom? Because we're done. And I was like, oh, I felt that hard.
Yeah.
And you know, it was a lot on the family for them to plan for 150 people, all the decorating,
Jeez,
all the
Louise.
florals.
They did their own planning for 150 guests.
Yeah. And
no,
so
thank you.
They didn't, and then Adam and I actually saved the wedding because he was outside watching one other area where they could come to for a cocktail hour inside the museum. And he was just making sure things were good on that end. Mm-hmm. And he sent me a picture of the rain shelf. Literally.
Oh, that was
within minutes. It was going to downpour, and they had already transitioned all their chairs and tables to the center of the courtyard.
That was Sunday?
That was Friday.
Yeah,
downtown. We got drenched. So I literally went up to the auntie, the mom, the DJ. I said, "You need to make an announcement. Everybody, grab a chair right now." And then I was going around telling all the guys, all the ladies, all the guests, grab a table and put it up here, put it up there, put it up there, put it up there. We got the floor cleared probably in less than 5 minutes, and 2 minutes later, a torrential downpour. Everything would have been ruined.
This is why couples, we highly, highly, highly recommend hiring a planner.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a day of coordinator.
Exactly.
I mean, they will save your day. They will save stress.
Yes. And really, essentially, they rented the whole entire first floor, and their guests, I don't think, really knew and understood the assignment because they didn't really go in there as much as you would think they would. So they could have essentially not done the inside of the museum and done a cocktail hour space, maybe the front half or like the closest part to the courtyard for a cocktail hour. And then they didn't do a second bar. So even though they rented the whole first floor, guests could not go from courtyard into the museum. They would have to have walked all the way around into the museum because that certain section you can't take food and drink to. Yeah. So they would have had to walk all the way down and around the sidewalk, but then it rained. And so nobody did any of it. And so it was really a waste of the whole entire first floor. No second bar, no appetizers. So it was, Interesting. Yeah. Quite a few things budget-wise that could have been moved around and shuffled and just re-examined. And so go back to listen to our budget conversation a few months ago and think about those things before you make those decisions, for sure.
Yeah, just highly recommend
a planner.
Yeah. Even if it's just day of. Month of, day of. I mean, that will just relieve so much stress in your day that you really, don't need or really want. I mean, I told you about a wedding I did a few weeks ago. The bride, I showed up. I was early because I've never been to this particular venue. Yeah. And the bride was setting up with her bridesmaids, and she was in like 2 hours. They were supposed to be they were like having the ceremony, and she wasn't even dressed yet. But luckily, you and your team were at the Bishop. Yeah. Now, and couples also know this, that most venues do not have.
I heard about a venue that does not have anybody on site at all.
Well, nobody on site, but, that they don't have, planner, like experience to where they would know to, like, all right, here's what we need to do, and then start putting it in place, because if you weren't there,
the DJ's equipment was literally not undercover either. So he was like, oh, yeah. And so he had to shut down, break down, move into another spot, and then get back up and running. And so had we not said anything, all of his equipment would have been
Can I just ask another question? The past couple of weddings that you've sent me, or that you sent me, but like videos that you've been at the Bishop, the DJ has been sitting. Like, he's just been chilling. Like,
that's been happening. They've
up with that?
Asking for chairs all weekend.
I mean,
every DJ asked for a chair, and they sat the whole entire time.
And they sat and they just play music while sitting, correct?
And the thing is above them, so I don't even know like how that even makes like ergonomical sense to your body to be comfortable. But yeah, they have.
I don't know what's up with that.
And we're fine giving you a chair, but that's for like you to like chill while like
during dinner.
During dinner.
Yeah, when you're supposed to chill.
And the no tablecloth on the table, like all of his equipment was just on a regular folding table. So his girlfriend even stepped in, was helping decorate and help out and move things and logistically do things. The groomsmen were helping set up, and so then the groomsmen left, and mom's like, "Oh, all my help left." I'm like, "Well, yeah, because they got to get ready for a wedding."
Yeah.
Like, they have to get dressed. And at the end of the night, the bride's like, "Hey, guys, okay, I need you to go do this, and I need you to go do this." So, you're essentially working at the end of the night, and that's just not how, you can't get this day back, and I don't think I can express that enough. Like, you don't get it back. It's a one-time shot. I mean, unless you get married a second time. But you're going into this as your one-time shot.
Yeah.
Just try to do it right. And if the budget doesn't allow for it, push the date. Just give yourself that much time and space. And now that I get to be a bridesmaid, I get to actually facilitate some of that from the planner side and help my girlfriend Lindsay with all of her stuff and everything. So it's fun to ask those questions like, okay, can I see the contract for the venue, and who's cleaning up, and who's doing this, and what are we responsible for? Do you have a deposit that you could lose? All those things. So
hire a planner.
But yeah, I mean, otherwise it was a beautiful wedding. My heart went out to them. And honestly, had I not been there, Adam would not have been able to be in 4 places at once. So it was the two of us, and having that experience is so important. And, we don't always step in. We have to test out like the waters. And if it's something where, okay, it's going to be better for us to step in and it not rain, and it just maybe sprinkle or whatever it might be to make the day better, then we're ready. We'll take that hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I actually have some interesting information here. You had talked about budgets and everything.
Yes.
And I happened to run across this. It's the average guest count and average cost per guest.
Per head?
Based on regions.
Okay.
And so like the South and Southeast, the average guest count right now.
Let me see if I've got it right in my head.
What would you say?
150.
For the Southeast, for like Florida and Alabama, Georgia, like the Southeast?
Oh, no. Probably like 250.
No.
No? It's not.
104 is the average guest count.
We're talking about 150.
No. I mean, all right. First of all, no.
It's cheaper?
No, average guest count, not.
Oh, guest count. I thought you said cost per head.
Well, there's two. I have two.
Oh,
yes.
Okay, so 104. Okay.
So the average guest count and then the average cost per guest.
Okay, got it.
Average guest count is 104.
Okay.
104 guests.
It used to be 126.
Right.
Yep. Pre-COVID.
Pre-COVID, yes. Yep. Post-COVID, I was going to say like.
That's about right.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, because I'm seeing around 80.
Yeah.
On an average. And then if I see 120, I'm like, oh, wow, okay, it's going to be a fun wedding.
Right? More bodies on
before,
the dance floor.
It was like 120, I was like,
you get excited
All right, so now average cost per guest.
Okay. Now I'm going to stick to the 150, 175 per person.
Your second time, what was your second guess?
The 250?
Uh-huh.
Is that right?
No.
What is
280.
Are you really serious?
Average cost per guest.
Oh my gosh.
280.
I haven't planned in a while, but.
Yeah, you've been out of the game for a minute.
But man.
That's the Southeast. So that's
250 times 104. That's a lot of money.
Yeah. Now, all right. So I follow a DJ who lives in Philly, like the Jersey area, and apparently, like in Jersey, it's expensive. Like they do big. I mean, they have a lot of money in Jersey.
That's like $35,000 to have a wedding. I think that's still too cheap.
I would say it's about
104 times 250. I mean, 104.
Well, it's 280. 280. You guessed 250.
So that doesn't seem 104 times 280.
This is average.
$29,000. You know what I spent on my wedding 15 years ago?
How much?
$9,000 for 141 people.
Well, a lot of things have changed
I may have
40
known a
years
few
ago.
People. I was very budget conscious. So Jersey is more expensive.
So the Mid-Atlantic, which is like Jersey, Philly, Delaware. Yeah.
Does that include like New York area?
That's another area.
Okay.
Maybe New England. No, yeah. So maybe New York. Yeah.
Okay.
Average guest count. What would you suggest? What would you say?
I don't think they have as many as we have because the spaces are smaller.
No.
They have more?
Yeah.
What?
So, all right. So a lot of the venues in like the Mid-Atlantic, they're all these huge ballrooms. You got to figure they're all mostly
indoor.
Indoor.
That is right.
I mean, in the Southeast, we're mostly
like
outdoor. So their average guest count is 124.
Oh.
But it's probably, I mean, I would say higher. I would say much, more. But the average cost per guest.
Oh gosh.
$340.
It's because they want lobster. Get all that
Wait, hold on.
Maine lobster.
But further northeast in the New England area,
oh boy,
guest count is 105, but cost per guest is $380.
So 380, 105 people. Where's that?
That's in like New England. You're talking about lobsters and.
So $40,000 for a wedding there, $42,000 in the Philly area, and we're sitting at $30,000. I feel like that's we have to cost more than others.
No, I mean I don't.
Florida is expensive.
It is, but it's not as expensive as the Northeast in a sense.
And for all those places that have big ballrooms, we have a thing called the beach.
Yeah, but they're not as
saves
expensive.
Money.
Right. Well, yeah, exactly.
So that's where we probably come in.
Yeah.
Majority of our weddings are.
I would much rather do a wedding in a ballroom. Midwest average guest count is much higher. Is at 141, which is surprising for me.
It's because they got barns.
Yeah, that's true. And then the average cost per guest is 190.
Yep, it's because they got barns.
And then let's see here. We're going to go to the Southwest, which is like Texas, and Arizona and so forth. Average guest count 121. Average cost per guest 210.
So 25,000. That's cheap.
And then the West, California, Colorado, those areas.
Here we
go. I'm actually really surprised with this.
Really?
It is actually the same as the Southeast. 103 average guest count, average cost per guest 280. Same thing.
So $28,000. Why are people spending so much daggone money in California to have a wedding? I don't even know. I feel like that's $42,000 up in the Philly area.
Now I'm curious.
That's the most expensive.
Yeah, but I'm curious if that is like if they're taking if that average cost per guest is based on just food and drink, or if that's venue, or if that's including your DJ, your photographer,
like all the things.
I want to say that's just food and drink.
I don't think that could include everything because honestly, and I tell my couples, if you're looking at your budget, every penny adds to your head count, right? So like you have all the costs that ends up being your per person head count. You can't just count your food and drink because I mean it doesn't work that way. You got to count florals because for every table you add, you've got more florals, and for every table you add 10 people, you've got linens, florals, flatware, china, invitations, stamps. There's so much that goes into that per person cost. It's not just food and drink and everybody show up. No, there's a lot of stuff you spend prior to get the information out to everybody coming, and then the day of as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think
I feel like that's just like your base. That's like the base.
Yeah, I'd like to know where they got these details.
This is actually from the Knot and Wedding.
I'm gonna
Wedding
check
Wire,
that out and do some. Do some sleuthing.
So there you go. There's that's your average costs. And again, that's average guest count and average cost per guest. I want to say that is just based on venue and food and drink. It's got to be.
So if Florida costs you around $26,000 to have a wedding, okay, and you divide that by 12 months, you need to save $2,000 a month. That's nearly impossible, I would say, unless you, depending on what you've got for a job. So if you take that and take it into 2 months or to 2 years, you're saving $1,000. That's 2, 4, 6, 8. That's like $300 a month. That you can do a side hustle and bring that in, unless you've got it already saved or in a savings or 401k that you want to pull it from, which I don't suggest, or parents. That's not too hard to save that. So try to push for 2 years, guys, when you're getting, that ring ready and there's a certain month that the person, your partner, wants to get married in. Try to plan it at least 2 years in advance or a year and a half in advance of that date happening.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say a year and a half is probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, there you go.
That's crazy.
That being said.
Well.
Now,
how was your weekend?
Oh, we haven't even talked about me yet.
No,
That's okay.
Let's talk about you.
We don't. Well, we'll make it quick.
Okay. Because I saw you on Sunday.
Well, Sunday I DJ'd at Molly's Pub downtown Sarasota on Friday night. That's always fun. I always enjoy doing like bars and clubs and everything to get away from weddings, but just to mix it up. Then Carlos and I were at Mixon's. We did actually. So my very first wedding I ever DJ'd was nearly 10 years ago. I'll have my 10-year anniversary next year in 2024.
Nice.
But it was nearly, so yeah, my very first wedding I ever DJ'd. It's come full circle.
It's their children?
It was their children's wedding.
So they were older.
So yes. Okay. So the bride and groom, it was his first marriage. So he's the stepdad of this particular bride from this past weekend. But yeah, it was really cool. I got to Carlos and I, because it was a bilingual couple. So the groom was Cuban.
Oh, fun.
So I had Carlos join me. And so every time I would, make announcements, then he would make announcements in Spanish and so forth. It was really cool. But it was really cool just to know that, it was a completely different vibe from 10 years ago. Because
and from parents.
I had no idea what I was doing then.
Right.
But it was really cool to do their daughter's wedding. We had a good time. So that was at Mixon's Saturday, and then Sunday, Joey was at Baker's Ranch, and I was at the Grove.
And I witnessed that load-in.
The load-in, well, the guy, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't
horrible, but now, I've seen... And it's a lot when you're trying to pull in, and there's a lot of those logistics and things and getting unloaded.
So there was, so they had, for reference, they have like a loading dock at the Grove. This is in Lakewood Ranch. And they had a farmer's market of some sort going on in downtown, in Lakewood Ranch. And they had valet taking over the entire parking lot. So, but it was fine because I went to the loading dock, and that's where I always go to load in.
Yeah.
Well, I guess their catering company needed to load in as well. So as I'm loading in, like the guy was kind of a dick.
Yeah, he was short.
But he's like, you need to move your trailer. I'm like, geez, Louis. Where am I supposed to go? Anyway, we got it figured out. It was fine.
Yeah.
The wedding.
It's the approach for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The wedding.
Yeah. It's the approach.
The approach was a little harsh, but it was fine. The wedding went great. The bride was very hands-on. Even though she had a planner, she wanted to make sure everything went her way.
Okay.
And it was a Jewish wedding, it was fun. I launched my brand new DJ furniture, my DJ table. That was cool. To put that into effect and just to kind of see how logistically it would work out, and it actually worked out great. So it's going to make my life much easier when setup comes in, because everything's already set up. I just roll it out into my trailer and boom, I can go.
Did you name her?
No.
You got to name her.
No.
Oh, like a car.
TLS. There you go.
Car, Tina.
No.
Tina-less.
No. Anyway.
She's so pretty, though.
She's very pretty.
She's very, very, very sleek and contained. Like, it was very, very
DJ
nice.
furniture for DJs is trending.
Yeah.
For example. Yeah. So a lot of DJs, if you don't know about it, look it up. But yeah, DJ furniture is just a much cleaner look.
Yeah.
Instead of having those facades and
or
just
a table with no
table
tablecloth.
and just sitting down. Yeah. Anywho.
All the things.
All right. So we're going to move on. We've got a special guest here today.
Exciting.
I actually, gosh, I met this person a few years back when he was working with your family and your dad, Mr. Donald Carlson, the owner of Tweeds Suit Shop, who opened up in 2019 and has taken Sarasota and surrounding areas by storm.
By plaid.
By plaid.
That's a true statement.
That is true. So we would like to welcome you, Donald. Thank you for joining us today. Really kind of just go into how it all started. I know you worked with your dad and your family at Carlson Cleaners. Yep. I actually used to get my dry cleaning done there. Yep. And then in 2019, you decided that you didn't want to do that anymore.
Yeah.
Take us through that journey.
So, I worked with my dad's dry cleaning business for 7 years, from like 2012 to 2019, picking up and delivering clothes, helping like build that business. Kind of got burnt out of that in like 2018 or so. I just didn't know what I wanted to do. I knew it wasn't that. And so in July of 2019, I had the idea to buy a 16-foot box truck and build a suit shop inside of it and somehow try to start selling custom suits.
I just have so many questions about the box truck. Like that thing, I mean, first of all, your design. First, let me just back up even further. Your brand. I love the logo. I love the brand. It's sleek.
Sexy.
I love it. Like, how did that all come about? Like, how did everything really
I didn't know much about the clothing industry, except for like my family was in the dry cleaning business, so like I was around fine clothing and stuff. And I didn't know what to name the business. I was like, Tweed, that sounds cool. Why don't I name it Tweeds? And then I hired a local logo graphic designer, and he made the logo, and just kind of took it from there.
What does Tweeds?
Tweed is like a fabric.
Tweed is a fabric.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's a woven fabric.
Yeah.
It's heavier. It's not really great for Florida.
It's a northern
I didn't even know that. Like, I didn't know anything about it. So it's like people are like, "Do you sell anything other than tweed?" And the answer is we barely sell any tweed.
So,
I would
but
assume so.
when
you some guys who want it, but
yeah.
When you get those questions, how old are they? Are they older when they ask that? Because I don't.
Yeah, I mean, like the Peaky Blinders and stuff. Like
okay,
that look.
That's a tweed.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I feel like you can get that look without a tweed.
Yeah, you can. I mean, the texture and stuff really helps bring that out. But
true.
There's some really cool looks you can definitely do with tweed.
Yeah.
But it's just heavy.
Yeah.
A little itchy.
So
it
you've
can
got
because sometimes back in the day it had wool mixed in, and so it would be itchy. Yeah.
Interesting. So tweeds.
I mean, so for the most part, we sell all wool fabrics.
Mm-hmm.
They're just really lightweight.
Gotcha.
And they're breathable.
And
they're lined.
Right. Yeah.
Back in the day, they didn't line them either.
Yeah.
They weren't lined as
much.
Yeah.
No, the lining helps a lot.
Yeah.
I'm wearing 100% linen today.
Oh, okay.
It's getting very wrinkled.
How many suits do you have?
That's really nice
a lot.
linen.
Yeah, that's all you ever wear.
Actually, this past weekend I had to clean out my suit closet and bring my older suits to another closet.
Oh, okay.
So you keep them. So do you donate them when you're like, I've worn that enough?
No, but I mean, I will, but I still rotate through everything, even though I have broken 100 suits now.
Sheesh. Now, if you have to alter them, where do you go? Do you alter them yourself, or
no? So there's a tailor in town that we use.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
And we I find myself every time I'm ordering a new suit, I have to make it just a little bit bigger right now.
So I have a question regarding how do you pick your fabrics, and without that background, how do you figure that out? What are your resources? What have you done to get up on that game of fabrics and how they work and how they fold and how they because every fabric is a little different. So
yeah, in the beginning it was obviously a little bit harder to kind of figure that out. But over time, you just, you play with things, you use them, you sell them, and you figure out what's best and not best. And I mean, the number one thing I'm looking for is just something lightweight, feels good, breathable, and good for Florida. Yeah. Which is, like wool, that sounds heavy to a lot of people, but like it's not. If it's a good lightweight wool, then like that's perfect for Florida.
So where do you get all your I mean, without giving all your trade secrets.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're sourced from Italy, England, and then Thailand as well.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. So for me, my degree is in fashion design marketing. And so I remember having to make my own suit jacket and suit pants in class. And so when it comes to that and the tailoring, do you guys make your own patterns, or how does that work? How does the process work?
We have a house that does that.
Okay.
So we just do all the measuring, designing, sourcing, and then they kind of handle the rest.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Huh. Seems very seamless. I do remember a wedding that you did. You caught that. I did that and didn't know it. So I remember a wedding. Well, you've done several wedding custom suits for some of my grooms. One was 10/10/2020. It was a dark navy blue suit, and you stitched the date or had the date stitched underneath the back collar. And I found that to be so unique. And I only met you through Tim, because Tim was like, oh, you got to try it. Look at this guy. He's got this and he's got this. Look at these suits. And so then I started telling a whole bunch of my grooms that I was coming across, and we actually put you on our preferred list when I was at Mixon's. And then we had a burgundy suit that you did for a gentleman.
Yeah, I think I remember who you're talking about.
It was it starts with a D. His name's
Donnell.
Donnell, yes. Yeah. And dude was like a linebacker in size.
Yeah, no, he was a tough fit, but it came out really, really
good. It came out so sharp. And I think every man should have just that one go-to suit. So what does that look like in your world if someone comes in? So for instance, my husband is like 6'3", 170 pounds. Okay. Everything he wears is big on him, as you can imagine, but he does need a suit. So when he would come in and we just want that general suit that he can wear for everything, what does that look like?
Yeah, I mean, we try to figure out like what each individual client's looking for. If he's looking for something versatile, he doesn't have a good suit that fits him, like navy, gray, or black. Okay. And for me, it'd be like I would pick a navy, because I think you just get more use out of it. Like you can wear the jacket over some jeans. You have a great full suit. You throw a white. You could throw a lot of white dress shirts underneath it. If he's willing to like venture out just a little bit, throw like a little bit of a pattern in the navy, and now I just think you get a lot more versatility out of it.
Okay.
Because it becomes a really good jacket. It's a great suit. The pants work really well by themselves with like a polo tucked in or a dress shirt, and you just get a lot of use out of it.
Yeah, I've seen. I think it was like Steve Harvey or something. He did a thing where you need 3 main suits: navy, gray, and black, and you have like 75 different
looks,
combinations that you can go with that. And then I think that also also included shirts to go with that.
If I remember, I think it was 5 suits and 3 shirts or something. You can just mix and match the whole thing.
Yeah, and you'd have like 75 to 100 different combinations of suits, but. Yeah, I think navy, gray, and black.
Is navy your favorite? Oh, you have a gray and a navy, don't you?
I have navy, gray, and black.
Oh yeah, you have all
classics.
I have a black. One of my first black suit was a tweed suit, and
I remember that back in the truck.
Yeah, back in the truck, and I actually have some questions about that too. But I had my business name TLS Entertainment stitched in the back in the collar, underneath the collar. I just loved that it had the
pocket square.
The pocket square so like included.
Like whatever lining you pick on the inside. So like this is a lining. We match it in the chest pocket here, so like you can like pop it as like a built-in pocket square.
Oh, that is
and
so
you can
unique.
use it or not use it.
Like, yep. Because you can.
So many guys have such a hard time at weddings. Like, how do I fold this thing and stick it down in my pocket? So
and literally, you just pull it up.
Yeah,
that is great.
I mean, obviously, you have it nicely done.
Yeah.
It's like popping a collar, but you're popping your.
But I loved that. That was like super cool, and it dresses it up. You know, if it's like if it's a more of a formal style
you can throw
wedding,
a different pocket square in there too. If you want, but it's there.
Yeah, but my interior is like a black and gray checker, I think.
Yeah.
And same thing for the pocket square. Just pull it up, and I'm like, boom, there you go.
That's such a unique thing that I don't think I've ever seen done before. So kudos to that. I like that.
So yeah, you started with the one box truck.
Yep.
Then you bought a second one.
Yeah.
How many box trucks do you have now?
There's 4.
There's 4 now, but you also just opened up a storefront in downtown Sarasota, right next to
Whole Foods.
Whole Foods.
Yep.
So the box trucks deliver themselves, right? Like you.
So
what do you do
tell us how do the box trucks work now?
Yeah.
So like we take the box trucks to events like Ranch Night and Waterside. We go to every week. Cars and Coffee, like those types of things. And if a client wants us to go to them, like if they want that experience brought to their front door, then we can bring the box truck to the front door.
Is that an additional cost?
No. It's just
like
part
all
of
the
like the
bachelors
business.
getting together. Hey, we're gonna get all of our suits. That's great because I find that that's the hardest thing to get the guys to do is to go get fitted for their suits all at once. And if they're all local, it really helps that they all just do it at once.
Yeah. So have you ever done that where you have like like all the groomsmen and the groom all together and you just go to them? Like does that happen often for you?
Not often. I mean, like we do custom like high end suits. So like we always say like, we'd love to do a whole groom's party and we do sometimes. We don't want to say no to that, of course, but it's a really good time if you're getting married for like the groom to invest in a good custom suit.
Yeah.
Like you have a good excuse, like you should get something that fits you right, will last a long time, feel good, and you'll just feel better in it. But I'm not sure, like a lot of times maybe the groomsmen don't want to spend that much on a suit.
Right.
So like maybe they'll go to Men's Warehouse or something. So.
And then would you just do a jacket or like parts as well?
Yeah, I mean, like a lot of guys come to us like that just want like a more casual look. So we do custom jeans too. So like guys will come in and they'll like for like a pair of custom jeans, a dress shirt, and like a custom jacket, and we can help put that look together.
Custom jeans.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
I need to get custom jeans.
Yeah,
like, I think every lady would like some custom jeans.
Yeah,
Donald.
jeans are awesome. The jeans are awesome.
Yeah.
So you have 4 box trucks. That's and they're all being used, or do they just go out to events? And
yeah, they go out to events or placed around.
I was going to say you have a rolling billboard,
yeah.
which is absolutely awesome. Being in marketing myself, I see it out by Carlson Cleaners. I've seen it up north. I mean, you have it all over the place, and it's again the branding, the awareness that you've built has just been like kudos to you, man.
Right.
It's been really cool to watch.
Thank you.
You just take Sarasota by
Plaid.
by Tweed.
By Tweed.
What do you see? Are there any trending colors or fabrics or designs that you're seeing in weddings or in anything that you're doing?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times we just do like the classic navy, gray, or black, but we're seeing a good bit of like burnt orange right now, which is super sharp.
What did you call that, Brandy? Mustard.
You like it or no?
I love it because the
it's
color of the
boho.
year is the Viva Magenta.
Okay.
And so it's like wildflower colors, but bright. It's the burnt orange. It's the mustard. It's the emerald green. It's eggplant purple. It's all those things. And so
boho style.
Boho style.
And then we're seeing a lot of greens too. Greens are sharp.
Like what? Like
emerald, forest,
I am
like
on
that.
point with
Okay.
the colors.
Yeah. And that's also one reason why someone might go custom is like they have a specific color, and with ready to wear, it's like what you see is what you get, and you just don't have the option to get what you want.
And so if somebody comes to you and says, okay, here's the colors my partner's picked out, then you can take that and shop around and bring in samples of colors for them to look at after that?
I would already have it.
Oh.
Like we source tons and tons of fabrics, and there's really never been a situation we didn't have what the client was looking for.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And what is your background in? I know you grew up in the cleaning business as far as clothing goes, but how did you?
Before the dry cleaning business, I was a magician at Universal Studios.
Were you really?
Really? Yeah. Okay, this is really good.
Just mind blown right now.
Hey, Bob, look what I'm doing.
What?
So tell us about that. Like
my life from like 7th grade to 20 years old. So like 12 to 20 was magic. Sleight of hand card tricks.
Wow.
Yeah,
that is awesome.
I loved magic.
You still do it sometimes?
A little bit. I mean, I get very obsessive over things. So like
Clearly.
I did magic. I just did magic.
With Tweeds. He's very obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Which
when
is
I
awesome.
did dry cleaning, I just did dry cleaning, and then now it's Tweeds. I'm fully aboard.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's...
I don't like things... I feel like things like can throw me off. Like, I just like to be committed to one thing. But yeah, magic was super fun.
Yeah, my ADD doesn't let me just do the one thing. I have to do like more things. I should take a page from Donald's book. Holy
cow! Yeah,
that
one
is awesome,
thing.
Right, one thing. So, what was your favorite card trick?
Well, like I just really like sleight of hand.
What
I
does
like
that
to
mean?
like just practice. Like if someone hands me a deck of cards, I can do whatever I would do with my deck of cards. Like I didn't use any trick decks or anything.
Oh, okay.
So just like I really enjoyed doing stuff that was really, really challenging. Like I remember sitting like on my couch for like weeks or whatever, just like sitting there trying to do this trick where like someone would pick a card and it'd fly out of the deck into my hand, and that was all sleight of hand, and it was a lot of practice, and now I can do it. Really, really good.
I think the coolest sleight of hand trick, and I don't know, you can correct me if I'm wrong, if this is not sleight of hand, but I ended up with an X on my hand, and I don't know how I got it.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, wait, hold on. You didn't, there it was.
So that type of magic's like street magic. Like you go out and like people will freak out.
Oh yeah. I literally freaked out. Yeah. I think were you there?
No, I know.
I freaked out. Like I felt like I was having some kind of weird out of body experience, and I was just totally freaked out. I was like, okay, I can't.
I was at a dinner, and there was like this like magic show like right in front, like right at our table.
Was this in Sarasota?
Was this in Nashville?
It was in Nashville, yes.
I've been there.
Yes, I know you have.
Yes.
So, but the crazy thing was, so my sister's sitting next to me, and we've got the magician right in front of us. He's doing all these things, obviously like taking our attention elsewhere. And all of a sudden, he's like, hey, do you guys know what time it is? And my sister, like I looked, I was like, oh, it's 11, whatever. And my sister looks, and she was like, wait a second. And the guy's like, oh, wait. Her watch was on his wrist. How does that happen?
It's magic.
I was a magician.
I mean, I had a few drinks at this point.
I mean,
I was blown away.
Yeah, what's the name of that place? It's
I was blown away.
It's underneath the Johnny Cash Museum. It's like a speakeasy, but they do magic.
Super
cool.
cool.
If you ever go to Chicago, you got to go to the Chicago Magic Lounge. So
I was just in Chicago.
All right, so next time you have to go. So it's like in Chicago, and you walk up, and you think it's a laundromat. It's an old laundromat that's converted, and you press a button, and one of the washer and dryers opens up. And
you must have been in heaven, because that's like two of your magic, and then
it's kind of like the dirty laundry in St. Pete, where you pick up the phone at Dirty Laundry. Have you been there in St. Pete? You pick up the phone.
Check that place out. It's a cool little speakeasy.
So cool. Okay. It's like a little cafe and a coffee shop, but you can get drinks, and it looks like a real functioning laundromat. You go to pick up like a payphone, and this door opens, and you get to go in, and it's like Havana Nights.
Yeah, it turns into like a Havana Nights,
like a Cuban. Dope. It's so cool.
DJ,
mojitos everywhere.
Yeah, Dirty Laundry, downtown St. Pete. Yeah, so, pretty cool place.
That is so cool. I'm
blown away.
I asked what you did before.
I knew of Carlson Cleaners,
right?
And Tweeds.
Yeah. Now we got magic.
Magic, holy cow!
You're still making magic with suits.
So the story though with the story with the magic was, so I worked at Universal Studios. And so we did like this 20-minute show, right? And then afterwards, you would try to sell the product. And I couldn't sell enough of it. So my boss texted me and fired me after 6 months. And I was literally crying. Because I wanted magic to be my life.
Like you were like, I didn't sign up to do sales. I signed up to do magic.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, man, I didn't know what I was going to do. So I was sitting with my dad, and I was like, can I come work for you for a little bit? I was 19 or 20. I was like just out of high school. And so that's how the dry cleaning thing started.
So thank you, boss, for firing him for not selling your crap.
He's actually a really nice guy, though. We've talked afterwards.
Really nice guy.
He's a really nice guy. I'm sorry. But look what you created. You created something really magical.
Seriously.
With his future. So that's really cool.
Yeah, that's insane. So who have you fitted anybody, like any celebrities?
Any celebrity? I've
done some. Or local. Local celebrities? Can we say
local celebrities?
Professional ball players and stuff.
Anybody that you can name?
Yeah, we just did Mike White from the New York Jets. We've done Joe Triana at the Bucks. Tyler Wells of the Orioles. I did a suit for Chris Voss, who wrote Never Split the Difference. Yeah, those are what's coming to mind.
I think something I see that related to sports, I always tell people about the suit that you made for your dad.
Oh, yeah.
And so the suit was amazing. Yeah. So, and it's custom printed on the inside. And that's something I think that people don't realize too, is that it can be also something that literally is passed down from generations to generations because it is so custom and so particular. So tell us a little bit about that suit for your dad.
Okay. So yeah, my dad's favorite baseball player was Tom Seaver, and Tom Seaver passed. And so I made my dad like this light gray jacket that almost looked like a Mets jacket. And then we did like blue and orange accents, which are like the Mets colors. Then on the inside, we printed a picture of Tom Seaver. And we put like his birth date and his passing date in it, and what they called him, which was I'm forgetting what his nickname
I'm trying
right
to remember. Yeah, what his nickname was.
Something the Miracle. I forget.
Tom Seaver.
Yeah, Tom Seaver.
And I love how like even like your buttonholes, each one was a different color, and it kind of went through the Mets colors.
Yeah.
So on the buttonhole stitching.
Yeah, his nicknames were Tom Terrific and
Tom the Terrific
and the franchise.
Yeah, Tom the Terrific is what I saw stitched.
Yeah, Tom Terrific
on the inside pocket, like on the pocket of the jacket.
But to like bring that for like weddings, you could like I've done a few weddings where like we'll print like a bunch of pictures of the couple on the inside.
Yeah.
So like you can get super custom with these suits. That's the really cool thing. Yeah. Well, and so I mean, I've had quote unquote custom suits made at like Men's Warehouse, for example, and like you can customize it, but not to the detail that you can customize a Tweeds suit, because like there's just like little details in the
stitching.
The stitching, you can do like an accent color, which was really cool because in my black suit and some of the stitching I have, it's just minor detail. It's gray.
Mm-hmm. We accented gray, right?
Yeah,
like
it was a black and So just like little accents, and then I had like a checkered interior of the lining. But yeah, like you said, you can. I mean, with you guys, you can do anything that you want. You can have. You said images of like the couple.
Yeah.
Yeah. Favorite sports
we did that
team
for someone at his engagement party. We did like we did a jacket for him, and we put pictures of them in the inside, and that was a surprise to his fiance, and obviously she liked that.
That is awesome.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Because honestly, and I see a lot of suits. I see a lot of ill-fitting suits. I see a lot of guys putting their suits on, they haven't tried them on, or they picked them up and didn't try them on, and they got the wrong size or the wrong whatever, and people, oh yeah, those pants are better going to fit me, so let's change pants. Like, I see so much of that happening when guys are getting, yes. You'd probably be like mind blown at what happens when the guys are getting ready, or the sleeves come down past the knuckles, or
the groom. So there was a groom not the groom, the father of the bride from this past weekend. I mean, granted, I mean, again, it's all based on like
of course,
investments or budgets that you have, but and really he never wears a suit. He doesn't care. It's not his thing. So he went to Goodwill and paid, I think, $20 for a full suit. And it was, it came down to like his thumb. It was, scrunched at the bottom. I mean, but he was happy, and he looked the part. He looked,
to each his own. Yeah. However, these pictures are forever. And so at least go get it tailored. Yeah. At least go do that.
Yeah. So, that's true too. Like you can, if your budget is lower, you can get a suit and just kind of tailor it up and, get it looking somewhat close for sure.
So what budget do your suits run? Like from minimum to like the most you've ever had somebody spend?
Ooh, that's a good question.
They start at $16.99 and can go very high up from there.
What's the most, that somebody spent with you?
Like on a suit? $15,000 on a suit.
On one suit.
And what did that include?
Was it just a high-end cashmere suit that's just
it's
expensive.
The fabric.
Yeah, it's always the fabric.
It's always the fabric.
Is that like Italian?
Yeah, it's Italian. Yeah.
Everything Italian is, but they have the nicest suits.
Cashmere is like buttery, soft fabric. Like it's just lightweight.
Is it stretchy?
Yeah, this one had a little stretch to it.
A little spandex. It only takes like 1% to 2% spandex in any kind of fabric. People are like, "Oh, I need spandex," and they're like, "Oh, it only has 2%." 2% is actually a lot.
Yeah, if it has 4% like that's gonna be really stretchy.
Like it, you could probably fit that over an elephant if it's got 4%. Like it's a lot.
I know nothing about this conversation.
I still love fashion, and I have a huge passion for fabrics and things, and textiles. So something that is coming to the Bishop Museum is that they're doing an engineering of textiles. Oh, cool. And so they're taking a lot of the collections, like any kind of like hat wear and the Indians and things of that nature, and they're zooming in on it, and so you can see how things kind of interweave and how actual hair was used years and centuries ago. Hair was actually used to help weave in fabrics and things of that nature to make it stronger. So that might be something to go and check out and see all the textiles that are, because it really is an engineering thing.
When is that happening?
It is happening this fall. Yeah, because textiles are engineered no matter what. I mean, there's either people making them, which I'm sure that's even more expensive when it's hand woven versus like a print job. Yeah. So.
Yeah, back to the pricing thing, because I don't want to scare people away with like that amount.
Of course.
They start at $1,699, $1,700. They go up from there, but like we have a ton of different fabrics and every price point, and we try to accommodate that. And everything we do is lightweight and breathable and will feel good. So.
And it's forever. Like it's
an investment.
It is.
You're investing in yourself when you do that.
Yeah.
Especially if especially grooms, when you're getting married. Just think of, obviously you want to look the best. Your bride or your partner is ideally wanting to look their best as well.
Yeah.
Make the investment. Invest in yourself.
Yeah, make the effort.
It shouldn't always be that the dress is $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. I think the suit should also be indicative and have a good price point to it as well.
Yeah, and when you take the time to go custom and you get measured and you pick everything about it, you just feel really, really good. About it.
It gives you a sense of confidence when you walk in.
Oh yeah,
I know. Like I think a lot of people have like this like stigma of like wearing a suit. I got to wear a corporate suit. Like it's gonna be so big.
Stuffy.
Yeah. Like it's something like I have to do. But these days wearing a suit, is something that you don't have to.
It's a statement.
It's a statement, and something you don't have to do. It's a decision to take the extra time in the morning and put yourself together.
Yeah,
and it doesn't have to be with a suit, but even like. What Tim's wearing today, a polo and some jeans, and putting himself together and making yourself look good.
I have slacks on, thank you.
Okay. And it looks,
even if.
Yeah, slacks and a polo, like that's a cool look. And it's better than just rolling out of bed and putting shorts and a t-shirt on. Like,
I think
putting a little care about what you're wearing.
I think that's a good point. And something that we're really seeing trending is that guys are really stepping up their game when it comes to what they wear and how they present themselves. And honestly, as a female, when I wear something specific, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm walking in. I got a little bit more of the guys feel
Hold
the
your
same.
Head a little bit higher.
Yeah, and I don't think guys understand that can happen for them too. And so putting yourself in, even if it, like you said, just a jacket and a shirt and jeans for the night out, just makes you feel like, okay, like I feel real good.
Well, Donna, I would like to say I love your style, man.
Thank
you. For real.
Oh, and if you do wear a suit sometimes often, and you don't wear a tie, put on a tie sometimes, because when I wear a tie, like I feel really, really good.
What's your
and like I love like pulls myself together, like I feel structured and I feel better.
What would you suggest? Like, what kind of dress shirts would you suggest
for
like to wear a tie? Like if you're wearing a button up, like a dress shirt with your suit, you're planning on wearing a tie. Do you have a specific brand or
for ties or
for the shirt?
So we make custom dress shirts. So first I'm going to go there.
They make it all.
Yeah. So first I'm going to suggest that you do a custom dress shirt. But it depends on your build. Like if, there's a ton of different brands that do a good job on doing a good fit. But like me personally, like one style tip, like when I wear a suit, I like to do a white dress shirt. And, if I'm going to do a tie, like there's a little bit of brown in this pattern, so I pulled the brown out. But I like to do a white dress shirt because I like to keep the suit the focal point. I feel like when you start doing like some type of patterned shirt, then the shirt stands out and not the jacket. So I just like to do a clean white dress shirt. Yeah.
Would that be the same as if the jacket was navy? Would you do a printed shirt?
No, like even if the jacket's navy, like if I'm doing a navy suit, is that what you're saying? White dress shirt, and then I'd even pop like a baby blue tie or something like that.
It's classic.
I just like the suit to be the focal point.
What is your favorite tie? Like your favorite knot?
I'll just do a double Windsor.
Just a double Windsor.
Yeah.
I've had to YouTube how to do a bow tie. I did it once, and then I know how to do it now. Like easy. The little it's not.
And
the guys all walked in with the bow ties, and nobody knew how to tie them. So here I am standing in the groom suite trying to. Okay, can you hold the video right there? Okay, we do this, and then we do this, and then I had to repeat it like 7 times.
And then you got it.
And then we got it. But I mean, know your stuff.
So out of all of your hundreds and hundreds of suits that you own, which one is what like what's your favorite like what's your favorite color, what's your favorite like theme, what
I'm a big blue guy, and like when we do appointments and stuff, like when people have like a lot, like they already have some suits, they'll say like, I already have a good amount of blue suits, but the truth is it's hard to stay away from blue. Like there's so many different shades and patterns and ways you can go with blue, so I do a lot of blue.
Do you have a favorite pattern?
I mean, I like a window pane. I like the houndstooth
a what?
too. Window pane, just like a box, like boxes.
Oh, the bigger boxes.
Yeah.
Okay, I did not know the answer for that one.
Yeah. I like pinstripes. I like a lot of different stuff. Solids.
What's your favorite fabric?
Just a wool.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
mean, this linen's cool. The linen feels really good.
So for
this is cool.
So for like a for a wedding, would you suggest any patterns, or would you just go like a solid?
Usually solid for weddings.
Okay.
But it also depends on the groom. Sometimes they want to.
They want to
do something fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about the Oscars?
What about it?
Yeah. What would you suggest? Like
the Rock. I mean, I thought you were gonna.
I was gonna say so.
But the Rock. If you didn't watch Oscar, you'll look at the Rock's jacket he was wearing. It was sick.
Yeah.
It's like this pink satin.
Really I was gonna say like for an upscale event. So like for a wedding, you would suggest solid.
Yeah.
For an upscale event like the Oscars or any event that you're going to that's formal attire
like
or
a gala
or anything, what would you suggest?
I mean, black tuxedo. Like if you want to just be clean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bow tie.
So speaking of the Oscars, you were actually
you could also do like a pattern jacket with like a black satin lapel and black pants. That always looks good.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Like I have like this blue paisley jacket. I did a black satin lapel, and then you just do black pants, and that was a cool look.
Nice.
I like that look. Yeah.
Can I just come check out your closet? I'd be like, oh, that's cool, and that's cool, and I like that one.
Yeah.
That is awesome. So before we move on to the Oscars, family. So do you suit your family out? Do you custom make some things for the fam?
I do, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, they enjoy that.
And you have two kids?
One kid,
one
and
child.
His name's Baby Donald.
Baby Donald.
I love it.
He's a year and a half, and we have a baby girl on the way.
What? You do?
Yeah, we haven't announced it yet, but she's due in June 9th.
Well,
I mean, now's the
low-key
time.
announcement. Sorry.
Just so you know.
Yeah, we do have to put that announcement out, but yeah.
Wow, congrats,
how do you
dude.
hide that?
Well, like everyone, like our family and friends
knows,
know, like we just haven't done like a Facebook announcement.
Yeah. Well, it's not official till it's Facebook official. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I hear. That is awesome. Do you have a name? Is she going to be named Paisley?
Close though.
Yeah.
Basil.
Ooh, basil.
Yeah.
I was going to say parsley.
Paisley's a print.
I know. I got that.
That would actually be funny.
Yeah, I understand.
No, but my fiance Dorota been like from the first baby. She's like, if it's a girl, we're gonna name her Basil. In the beginning, I was like, I don't know, like I don't know if I like it. And then it's grown on me. I like the name and all.
Where are you guys getting married?
Do
you have that
yet?
Okay, so
we're gonna do it this
we
November.
haven't got married. Okay.
So no, he's engaged.
Yeah, we just haven't
Okay.
been married yet.
Yeah, because
Right.
they've just been.
I know a great DJ and planner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
But they've just been knocking
so
out the
big,
kids, so
right?
they're getting that
Yeah,
situated.
yeah.
But we're gonna do 3 and then we're done. So
Okay.
3 and done.
All right.
done.
Yeah.
Only 3.
Only
that's
3.
nothing.
All like 2 years apart or so.
Yeah.
That's good.
100%.
That's
So
awesome.
what have you made for your son?
Nothing yet, except for like a bunch of tweeds, like t-shirt. Well, my fiance's done it, but like tweeds pants and t-shirts that we just like plaster tweeds all over them.
I like that. He's a
joggers,
walking tweed billboard.
100%.
Yeah.
So when that big day comes finally for you, when you have your wedding day, do you have an idea of what your suit will be or what it'll look like or what color? Or
so there's this fabric that has 24 karat gold woven into it, and that's what I'm thinking I'm gonna wear.
Just 24 karat.
It's pretty sick.
Can you play the song as you go down the aisle?
Yep. 24 karat by Bruno Mars as you get introduced.
So I'm not going to do a solid. I'm going to definitely do something crazy.
Yeah, sure. I wouldn't expect any kind of thing.
Oh my gosh, I want to see this. I
want to be there, right?
It's very limited. They only make like 8 different swatches of it, and
so you already bought the fabric and you have it on hold for yourself, tucked away.
No, I haven't yet, but when that time comes, I will. Get it. That's what I think I'm going to do. Okay, because I think it'd be different and.
That
like the Tweeds guy has to do that, right?
Of course, the Tweeds guy definitely has to show out.
Baby Donald needs to match. I mean, maybe not 24 karat, but you know.
Baby Donald wearing the 24 karat.
Oh my gosh!
Yes. Oh my God!
Do you have an idea of when you guys are getting married, or is it
we want it to be in November? And we wanted to do this November, but then
that's coming up quick
pregnant again.
So
I mean,
we want to knock the next one out real quick, so we'll probably be pregnant for the next November.
So we're looking at like 25.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
You should book
or
it
maybe
now.
we'll. I don't know.
You should book now.
Book now.
We know one thing, and maybe you guys have some recommendations here. Is we want it to be downtown Sarasota because that's what we love downtown.
Yeah,
Sarasota.
I love downtown Sarasota. What would you say?
Sage.
I was thinking
Sage is pretty cool. I mean, it doesn't. I mean, do you have an idea of like guest count? I mean, I know you probably haven't really.
My guess would be like 120.
What about the Sarasota Art Museum? I feel like that would be the perfect space for you guys.
Is that downtown though? It's off.
Well,
it's
outside
just of downtown, right?
It's not too far from. It's like a few minutes from downtown.
Yeah.
41.
The Sarasota Art Museum.
Yeah.
Oh, the old Sarasota High School. Do they have?
Yeah, they have a whole event space because it's very clean and classic and got that art element.
I'm not feeling it for Donald.
I would. Yes, go check it out. I feel that for you. We have an art.
I wonder if Art Ovation does.
I was thinking Art Ovation.
Yeah. I mean, but I would agree.
They have
with
a nice
that
ballroom and you can fit 120. Sage is a cool spot. I don't know that you can fit 120 in there.
Yeah. I think it's too quiet. Like,
we walk the downtown streets every day.
Yeah.
And we just want it to be,
you should just do a block party.
Right. I mean,
and just do a wedding. Right in front of the store.
I think you should really find something like super unique to do that.
A block party.
The building the building that I absolutely love is across from Tsunami Sushi. You know that building, the library that's curved?
Yeah.
I think that would be an amazing spot for some photos for a wedding. It's just got this architecture that's just gorgeous about it. But yeah, I would check out I think you might.
Sarasota Art Museum.
Check it out. I think you might be surprised.
I like Art Ovation. That's...
Yeah,
I
like
also
them
like
too.
the idea of shutting down First Street.
Yes,
that would be sick.
First Street, and you can definitely fit 120 people there,
right?
Yeah.
And then anybody else who wants to come and crash it afterwards.
So
it'd be open to the public. Afterwards.
That'd be so cool.
That would be so cool.
All right.
Well, let me put that down as a second wedding. I would plan yours as well, Donald. So
I think we can make it happen.
That's right.
You two are on
so
the bus.
what? So yeah, the Oscars. So you were actually here at the TV station, ABC Channel 7. That's actually where we do our podcast, if anybody was wondering.
Shout out.
Here in Sarasota, the local news station. That's actually where I work daily. So you were here at the studio on the Suncoast View we had an Oscars-themed show because the Oscars were held on March, 12th? Was that what's today's
Saturday
date?
Or Sunday?
It was on a Sunday.
The 13th. No.
So it was the 12th. Yeah. So March 12th was the Oscars. You were here on Thursday prior to the Oscars. Yep. We had an Oscars themed show. You were on the show, and so I just kind of want to get your thought process on what you thought of the Oscars, the trends that you saw for from the guys, what they were wearing and so forth.
Yeah, I watched it. I didn't watch the whole thing. We ended up having to go out of town. But I thought there was a lot of great suits. I'm gonna go back to the Rock's jacket, was just sick.
Yeah. What? So what?
You have to look at it.
Do you only watch it for the outfits?
No, I was definitely watching it for hopefully getting some entertainment.
There were literally four like 4 movies that were nominated for everything.
Everything all at once.
Everything was the same 4 movies.
I'm not happy about one of the winners, but whatever.
Well, we don't have to go into that.
I'm just saying.
I'm just curious.
Everything Everywhere was one of the ones that got
I think they won
that
the best.
Did you guys watch that guy's speech? Hoy, whatever his name was?
No.
Oh, it was like awesome.
Okay, I'll have
Just
to watch
very
the
grateful.
speech.
Just very grateful.
Yeah.
Super cool.
And then how about, I mean, the fashion in general? What did you think about the fashion, men and women, that you saw?
I thought it was. I didn't think I saw anything too crazy. A lot of clear like just black tuxedos and.
Can we talk about the
egg yolk?
The woman wearing the white
egg yolk
veil or whatever it was, like this big old thing.
It was a constructed collar that went around her head. I mean, she's a gorgeous woman. Very gorgeous.
Clearly, she was doing it for a reason. Like she was.
Nobody thought to put her in a spot that wasn't going to block everybody, but literally, if you look at her, it looks like an egg yolk is behind her, or just the white part of the egg, the egg white is behind her head, and she like she's sitting here. The guy sitting next to her is like leaning to the left, just around her head. My God, that's I mean, do right by others when you're doing your clothing too. So for guests, they should not show up to a wedding dressed in something like super huge and patterned and things, and take away from the couple.
Yeah, that's probably true too. Yeah, don't take the shine.
Don't do that.
Although, we've done suits where like this. Someone hasn't seen their family a long time and they want to show up.
Fair.
I'm going to my buddy's, wedding. Haven't seen him in a few years, and I want to look good.
I've been working on myself. I've got, I got my game.
I did a sick. I did a sick 3-piece blue window pane, light blue window pane for a guy that was going to a wedding, and it came out pretty sharp.
Nice.
He wasn't the one getting married. He was just attending.
Unless the groom was getting a custom suit. I'm like, this guy is going to outshow everyone for sure because it came out perfect.
Nice.
Be like, yeah, you should have went to Donald. Yeah. Hey, groom, should have used my guy.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So that's exciting. The Oscars, I think I haven't watched much of it. I do like to scroll through and see all the outfits, but I'm going to have to check out The Rock. I did not see that picture.
Yeah,
that's a shame.
Look at The Rock's jacket for sure.
You said
double-breasted pink satin. Yeah, it was pretty sharp.
So do you see the suits and you're like, oh, that's a this and this and this?
Yeah,
I should design something like that.
I mean, someone like The Rock, though, is like pretty impressive how good they can get the fit on him.
Because he's such a big dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the shoulder point just lines up perfectly down. Like he's got very drop shoulders, and he's probably been using the same guy for a long time. Probably has perfect measurements, but.
Right?
Pretty crazy stuff.
You're like, hey, Rock, can you not gain another 5 inches? Because this is going to jack up all of my measurements. Yeah.
Sheesh. Well, do you have, before, we're going to call it quits here in a minute, but do you have any style tips for men out there?
One thing, like I always say, like if you're just going out on a Friday night, like if you're looking, like if you don't know how to put like a jacket on, or like you don't know how to put it together, like I always just like to go solid pant, solid shirt, and pattern jacket, because it's just like an easy formula.
Okay.
And then like high contrast. So like if you're doing like light gray slacks and then white shirt and then like a darker color pattern jacket, I think that looks really sharp.
Okay.
Or if you're doing like, navy blue jeans, white t-shirt, and then pop a jacket, like that's a cool look too.
Okay.
Yeah. Navy blue jeans, white t-shirt.
Yeah.
The built t-shirts. You got me onto those. BYLT.
I need to get some of those for my husband. They look fabulous.
Yeah, they are solid. I love them. BYLT built.
Probably fit him pretty well.
Yeah, Donald, you got me onto those because I remember seeing you wearing them with you're wearing with a suit actually.
Yeah.
And actually, that's what I wear for weddings. I wear them, and I have different colors of those built t-shirts. They're really nicely made. They're more on the fitted side, which is nice.
Yeah. And
I'll wear a black. Sometimes I'll just wear all black, and I bought like a black and gray polka dotted built t-shirt. So I'll wear my all black suit,
pop the polka dots,
and then pop the polka dots with it.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that.
So, but I don't know where I was going with that. Oh well.
You were asking.
BuiltBasics.com.
What was that?
Build basic stuff.
Build it. Yeah. Shout out.
And speaking of that, how do people order from you, and how do they set that up, and what that appointment looks like?
How do they find you?
And how far in advance from the date of their event should they book with you?
Question.
All right, so first, if you have an Instagram, follow us at Tweeds Suit Shop, because I think we have a lot of great content there.
Yes.
It's where we post a majority of our information. You can visit tweedssuitshop.com to book an appointment. You can call our number, which is 941-343-7606. You can call or text that to book an appointment, or if you have any questions. And then what was your question?
How far in advance should a customer come to you before their event?
Don't wait 2 weeks before the wedding.
Okay.
Because that happens more often.
Too much?
It happens.
Are you able to
frequently.
get it done in 2 weeks?
We'll make it happen. For sure.
But we're not going to make...
But we don't want to do that.
We're not going to put that out there.
Another baby and another baby. Don't stress him out anymore.
He's got a full team though. Right? But if you want it done correctly, give him some time.
Yeah. I mean, it
Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yeah, it does limit some of your swatches because, like, some of the options, because we have to order the fabric really quickly. I mean, I think like 6 to 8 months is probably appropriate. Not that we're going to be in a rush to get it done, but it's probably nice to, check that off your to-do list.
Of course.
Yeah.
I think that's good too, because the guys typically wait to the last minute.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
I know, but then you have less options. You just heard the man.
Yeah.
Make sure you got good options. Go 6 to 8 months ahead of time.
Yeah.
And if they're gaining weight or losing weight, that can change as well.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gaining or losing 30 pounds, that's going to change the construction of the suit.
The whole construction, yeah.
Yeah, 30 pounds is going to change.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I mean, we could still taper it in and stuff, but it's a lot of weight.
Yeah.
So
try your
shoulder
suits on.
point changes, all that.
They should try them on periodically before the wedding too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, we're getting married just after the holidays. What did I do to myself?
Right.
During November and December.
Yeah.
My wedding's in February. I need to slim down somehow.
The suit can hold you accountable.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, that's a good point.
That's great. Yeah, that is great.
If you're in good shape and you come and get the suit and we make it tight, might hold you accountable to stay at that weight.
If it gets tighter, you ain't going to be fitting in it.
Yeah.
Nope.
I need to get...
Can we splitting pants?
Yeah, you don't want that to happen.
I have seen a lot of that happening on the dance floor.
Well, that means the DJ's good.
There you
go.
go.
The DJ's really good. I think that's a hat. That's a feather in a DJ's cap to
split some pants.
The
that's
pants
awesome.
get split. Like they're getting boogie in and down, and they split the pants. Yeah.
There you go. Well, Donald, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us.
It's been interesting, Mr. Magician.
Yeah, we've learned so much.
Right?
Learned so much.
So much.
Again, Donald Carlson with Tweeds Suit Shop. You can find him. He's got 4 box trucks rolling around.
Yeah.
Black and white. Can't miss it.
Yep. Or you can find him in downtown Sarasota or next to Whole Foods, Tweeds Suit Shop.
Yeah, and other things we're doing now that we have a shop, just to throw this out there, we do custom shoes.
I asked. See, I knew it.
Yeah, so custom
about socks.
No, we're not doing socks yet,
Okay.
but we probably will. And we also have ready-to-wear shoes, really cool stuff, belts, so anyway,
All the things.
Everything that you can think of to go along with a suit.
Yeah. And this makes a great gift, brides out there, ladies. Get your man
a hell of a gift.
I mean, it's on the list.
You're investing in your man.
I am definitely on board with that.
Hell
I
yeah.
am working to get my man a good suit. So
All right. That is podcast number 15 in the books. This is the scoop. Weddings Unveiled. Brandy.
peace and chicken grease.
Holla.